You are involved in the Pocono Mountain Visitors Bureau. Talk to me about the different things you're involved with and why.
Yeah. Well, Visitors Bureau, I was asked to join the board of the Visitors Bureau once we started construction with the Swiftwater. Obviously made a lot of sense. I've known a lot of the people, a lot of the chairman of the board, Chris, and then Bill Colvito from Great Wolf. I used to go to Great Wolf when I was, 10 years old, bring my buddies and go over there. So he's seen me
my mom used to work receptionist, and we used to go at 6 o'clock in the morning with her and wait until the water park opened and sit there all day until she was done working.
And a lot of people, especially in the area, they have those formative memories of going to these water parks. So it was a natural progression for me to kind of join that board. And my father's not one to sit around at meetings. He doesn't like that side of it. I like that side of it. So it made sense. And it was a good kind of like, hey, why don't you go? So I joined there, and that's been wonderful.
Welcome to YMI Talking, a podcast where the guests are so good, you'll wonder why the host is even talking. In each episode, you will hear one of the leaders of the Lehigh Valley's vibrant business hub. They will tell you the keys to their success, the mistakes they've made, and what they have in store for the future. Here is the host of YMI Talking, from YMI Insurance, Jimmy Honachik.
Hey, that's me, and we're here with season 4, and I am joined by a brand new face, Modesty Angelopoulos. Hello.
Hello.
I am so excited for season 4.
Me too.
You will be joining us.
Yes, my first time.
Yes, and I don't think you should be scared. I think you're going to be a natural.
I might slay.
You will slay.
Oh.
Slay is like your buzzword.
It is. I love slay.
I'm working on doing it. It's not really in my vocabulary.
Yet.
Not yet.
Just like snake wasn't, but
No.
everyone says snake.
Yes.
Yes, I love that.
Little modestyisms.
Yes.
So season 4, we are up here in the Poconos now.
Yes.
We're going to do Lehigh Valley and Poconos. And it makes sense. We have an office up here. There's incredible businesses up here. And today we have the incredible list of incredible businesses. Dante from Swiftwater.
Yes.
It was awesome.
It was awesome. So nice having him. I can't wait to go to Swiftwater now.
Yeah, he threw that invitation out there. We
He
need to
did.
take advantage of that.
We should.
Yes, because it's awesome.
It is.
He gave me a tour through it. It's such a cool place.
I haven't been personally there, but I've seen the TikToks and videos, and
I think we just start showing up and bugging Dante.
I say we should.
Hey, Dante's
Wait,
like,
we
you
should
guys
show up in our bathing suits.
I heard there's a pool here.
Yes, needed.
Dante hates us already.
Oh no.
But this episode was great. I think season 4 is going to be awesome. They are our sponsor, Swiftwater. And so every episode, we're going to be playing a little clip about how awesome they are.
Yay.
And then we're going to do a little segment. We didn't have it ready to go for Dante, but I think the segment is going to be, the Swiftwater is the best trip you can take in the Poconos. It's the best day. So what was your best vacation?
Let me think. I think my first time cruising with the Nick.
Nice.
Because I've never been on a cruise, and I went to Bermuda.
You guys love cruises.
We do love cruises.
I need you to talk to Trish and convince her that cruises are awesome.
They are awesome. But actually thinking about going to Greece this year. Not thinking about it. I've been holding my PTOs.
When?
September.
Oh my gosh,
for
that's
about
going to be
10
awesome.
days. So I think that will be my best vacation.
Yes.
But Bermuda and St. Martin have been one of the best.
Awesome.
I'm a beach person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great. And the Swiftwater is the best vacation you can take here in the Poconos.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. So we are going to go live with the episode with Dante. It is so good. He's inspiring, like truly inspiring to like hear him talk and everything he's doing for us here in the Poconos. Okay. Here we go. Season 4, we are here, and we are starting this off with someone who is doing such incredible things in the Poconos. Season 4, we're coming to the Poconos. We are here. There's so much good business. And we found someone who's at the center of really all of that awesome stuff that's happening. Dante Trapasso with, Trap Enterprises. You've got the Swiftwater, Desaki. I don't know how you made time for us, but I'm really thankful that you did.
No, thank you. Thank you so much for having me. And, it was wonderful connecting with you. I'm super excited to talk today.
Yeah, this is going to be great. I mean, let's start with it's a family business, right?
Yeah.
You grew up watching your dad do it. Talk me through that process because, it's a family business here.
Oh, yeah.
I grew up watching my dad thinking I'm never going to do that. And
I was actually the opposite.
really?
I really genuinely, from the moment I could really think, I was like, this is what I want to do. I like it.
Awesome, though.
Because I can do everything under the sun. That's what I love about development is we touch a lot of different businesses. We've done a lot of different things, and especially, in my father's history and what he's been able to do, and just in my short time working, it's really been awesome because every day I wear a different hat. I'm doing something completely different, and I love it.
Yeah.
Like I could never just clock in, do the same stuff and then clock out. But, from a young age, I saw that. And primarily with the restaurant, we built Desaki. I was 7 years old. I remember, like running through the construction site. It's a lot of fun. I mean, look, it's kind of a staple of the area because we're actually the world's largest sushi and hibachi restaurant.
What?
Super fun. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Officially. Like we haven't technically checked.
I've checked. I've done the research. Sure, yeah.
Perfect. But no, I mean, it's so much fun. I mean, I started off washing dishes, being a busser, then I was a bar back, and then I started doing sushi. I was a sushi for a while.
Really?
I did sushi a lot. So yeah, I learned how to do sushi. I learned how to do hibachi. Because for me, it's always like a jack of all trades mentality. So finally just threw me in there and said, get to it. And
That's the best way.
it's the best way to do it.
Yeah, that's the way you can also learn it.
Yeah, and for me, I'm so happy that he did that because those formative years, I was able to kind of learn work ethic, the simple things that are needed. But also now being in more of a leadership position, I'm able to say, hey, I understand that position. And whether it be, using the hotel example, from the front desk to a houseman or the restaurant, bussers or even hibachi guys, like I know all the positions because I've done all the positions. Yeah. And, whether it be 2 weeks, 2 months, 2 years in that position, like I understand it.
Yeah.
So I know when somebody's, pulling my chain or I know when somebody's actually going through a problem and we can work through it together. So the family business side of it, I mean, as you know, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It is truly what I've always wanted to do.
That's incredible. Something that you talked on there that, kind of stood out to me. We did a tour of the Swiftwater. You gave me a tour and we walked through and, a maintenance guy came through, just a random maintenance guy, and you guys were best friends. Like, you've done all the roles, but you also know all the people there, and it's a big enterprise.
Yeah. Yeah. We have 75 employees at Swiftwater, Desaki. It's, people are in and out a lot of the times because it's seasonal, but, let's say 40 people there. And one main thing, the one maintenance guy that you're talking about, we have a team of people, honestly, that work for our family across all the businesses. Probably 15 people that have been there from anywhere from 10 to 15 to even 20 years plus. And they are our family. I mean, for all intents and purposes, like I've grown up with a lot of these people. Zach, one of the guys that, that you've mentioned, I've known for 10 years. Him and I grew up together. I mean, we're both, young men. Yeah. So we were able to, work together. But then, I helped him buy his first house. Wow. I bought my first house. He helps me. Yeah. So it's a lot of things that, we've kind of banded together. I mean, Jody is our controller. I've known her since I was born. Like she literally, she was practically there. Yeah. So she's literally a part of our family. Mickey, Stevie, Leo. I learned making sushi with Leo when I was 11 or 12. He's still there, and we're friends. Yeah. We're family. So I love it. And I think it's important from a leadership standpoint to try to make that connection. Because if not, especially from the family business side of it, very often you can kind of be immediately discounted. Yeah. Like, here's the boss's son. And he doesn't know nothing. And if you don't make that connection with somebody, then automatically you're just going to be kind of casted out to the side. So for me, it was always important to know and understand the position, but also know the people because we're working together. We have a common goal, which is to make this the best hotel, the best restaurant, the best whatever So yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
There's so many places I want to take this conversation, and it's hard to just focus in on one. But something you commented on there is you're a young man, and you are like, you don't give that off though. I feel like, the moment I met you, it was like, this guy is running a successful business, and it's very clear that you have those business chops, but you're doing it at such a young age. Like, do you feel that responsibility? Like, how do you overcome that?
I mean, I've always been an old soul.
Yeah.
So ever since I was a kid, I acted older, had older siblings. I'm the youngest of all my cousins, of all of my siblings. I've always been having to rise to that level. And I like it. I don't mind it.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever, sat there and thought to myself like, oh, I wish I could be a kid. I like that. I was like, I want a job. Like, I want to get to work. You know what I mean? Like, exactly. And I think when it comes to the business aspect of it, I think my age helps me a lot. I'm 25 now. And for me, I think what's so important is that I embrace that. I lean on other people. I ask them, how would you do this? Like our maintenance team, growing up, obviously, constantly doing construction. I've picked up things over the years, but that's something that you can always learn something new. So I always lean on them. I ask, hey, how would you tackle this problem? I was thinking this. What would you do? Yeah. And pulling them in and giving them the agency to come up with a decision. Oftentimes when the decision I have something in my head, I don't really have necessarily one thing I want to do. But once I give them ownership of an idea, they're going to run with it way better than me saying, like, this is it. We're doing this. By the way, I want it done like that. Then they're disgruntled, sitting there like, well, I could have saved 3 days if I did it this way or whatever. Yeah. So, that applies to marketing, that applies to, sales, that applies to even front desk operations, how we speak with our guests. How are we going to sell packages with our concierge service? How are we going to approach a table and sell them a higher end sushi, or just like they want appetizers and they want to get in and out? So every single one of those things, I try to pull somebody in and allow them to make some decision or some direction, whether it be one small part of a bigger decision, or maybe it is just the whole decision. So that's been a huge help for me, especially at a young age, because if not, and you start demanding, coming in, slamming your fist, it's not going to work.
The best part of this podcast is just stealing ideas from great minds like yours. Like, you come in with, you're clearly doing an incredible job. So I'm just here to steal from you. It's all a trick.
I'll give it to you. You don't have to steal. It's fine.
So, walk me through sort of how you got into the business. So you grew up, in the family business, and then you go away to college. Did you know you were coming back into the family business?
Yes. So originally I wasn't going to go to college. I was like, why would I? Waste of time. I already know what I want to do. But my father actually convinced me to go. And I think then I started to see the value, and part of growing up is you got to realize like, hey, like I know what I know what I don't know. Yeah, and I didn't know a lot. So I figured, let me go and learn. And I'm so grateful that I did. I went to Villanova. So school of business, I majored in real estate, and I got minors in business law, economics, and finance. Because I kind of knew I could craft.
I went to Villanova and I majored in communications. I didn't do any more than that.
One of my best friends majored in communications. Actually, a bunch of my buddies did, and all of them are doing some great things.
Yeah.
It's a wonderful school. As you know. It's an awesome area, and I'm so thankful I went there in particular because it was far enough. I couldn't, hey, we're here. Parents knocking on my door, but also close enough where I can kind of, I'd bring my friends up to the restaurant. Yeah. We'd have like that connection. So it was a lot of fun.
And growing up in a family business, like you are around your family all the time. So Villanova gave you a chance to kind of spread your wings a little bit.
Which was definitely needed. Yeah. I think it's, as you mentioned, family businesses, it's one and the same. Everything starts blending together and you're like, wait, what's that? But I took that opportunity to go, and I'm so thankful because we were able to, I was able to kind of bring a new perspective to the business and say, hey, I know we were doing it that way, but this is another way that works. Or here's another avenue that we never even considered. Or here's a way to finance this, or here's a way to look at that, or here's a way to market that. Or, hey, by the way, what we were doing, you shouldn't do that. So I think that it was an amazing time, and it was an amazing experience. And a lot of things I was able to inject. And I've found now the balance between the two. And I'm really thankful for my time there.
That was awesome. Did your dad, was he receptive when you came back with these ideas and you're saying we should do
initially? No. No, I mean, you always hit a little resistance. But,
yeah.
So I interrupted you.
No, that was the gist of the question. I mean, did you and your dad butt heads, or were you always having a good working relationship?
I think it depends. I have to give him a lot of credit. A lot of things he was very receptive to. And I think a lot of things, sometimes the simple things, he was not changing. And I think I'm extremely appreciative because over the course of the last 3 or 4 years, I don't even know now, we found a good blend where I know when to push. Yeah. I know when to pull. I know what to, hound on. And I know what to just be like, guy's 73 years old. I can't change that. You know what I mean? So I think that is, that's definitely something that in the beginning I had to address. And I'm happy at how it's kind of landed now. Yeah. No, definitely times in the beginning where it was a battle.
Yes. No, it's great though. So the Swiftwater is, kind of the big marquee thing at the moment, I would say. Talk to me about what the Swiftwater is, what makes it unique. You are our season 4 sponsor, and so we're going to have an ad about kind of what makes it so awesome, but I'd love to hear it from the source.
Yeah, totally. So speaking of college, it was my senior year. We had a bunch of land behind Desaki, and originally we were going to just sell it and sell it to a hotel chain and just be like, we're not in the hotel business. Yeah. But kind of what's amazing about our business is we can be in any business. So we said, why not just build it ourselves? Yeah. And the idea originally started with, hey, we'll build a hotel. And you start researching, you start thinking, you start, taking ideas, and we say, well, we got all these franchises. They just take all your money. We built a restaurant. Yeah. There's franchises for restaurants, but we did it on our own. We could just do an independent hotel. Yeah. So we kind of, with that, American spirit, just get it done attitude, we were like, we're just going to build something completely different. And we looked at, the market, and it was something that the Poconos is my home. Yeah. We know more about it than I'd venture to say most anybody. And we know what makes it amazing. We know what makes it beautiful. And we know that there's so many things that you can do here. So we originally took the idea of like the Pocono Mountains being our amenities. We knew we didn't have that much land to go and build like a sprawling golf course, or go and have a crazy spa, or have a casino, or have things that like would be a big draw. Yeah. But for us, we knew that our experience and our expertise in the area could benefit us in our relationships. We leveraged those to create packages to say, hey, you're coming to the Poconos, you need to ski at this resort, not that resort. You need to go to this restaurant, not that restaurant. You need to go to this business, not that business. And not to push those away to the side, but if you're going to come here and spend your hard-earned money, you want to have the best experience possible. And we use our expertise to kind of tailor and make that itinerary and experience exactly what we want, or what the guest wants. So figured that. And then, there's some beautiful hotels in the area, but we're kind of in the heart of the Poconos. You draw a 30-minute radius, you're hitting everything. Yeah. And there's some beautiful resorts that are kind of out there. So we figured, hey, we're going to be a medium-sized hotel. We're only 100 rooms, but we're going to differentiate ourselves through the details and through the build and the service. So, I mean, we have things like the plunge pool suites, which are rooms with their own pools.
They're the coolest thing.
Yeah. See it on TikTok. Yeah, it's all over TikTok. I'm like, you have to go.
Yeah. You guys just let me know. You guys get hooked up, especially being so close. You pick a middle of the week. I'll give it to you.
That's a deal.
But yeah, we have the plunge pool suites. We wanted to, have a beautiful restaurant inside. We have an amazing bar, outdoor seating, indoor-outdoor swim under pool that's heated to 90 degrees year round. Again, one of those things that get out there, especially right now, it's snowing, you swim out, it comes down, the steam's coming up.
I was going to say, I'm not as cool as Modesty. I'm not on TikTok, but on Instagram, I have seen, videos of people at the pool with the snow coming down, and it's the coolest thing. Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. And that took off better than I thought it was going to. I took inspiration from, resorts in like Vail or Aspen, where they have that kind of, that feel to it. And I figured, look, it's cool. We were going to do an indoor pool and an outdoor pool.
Yeah.
So I said, just make it one. You know what I mean? Like, make it fun. Make it unique, make it cool. I mean, so then, we were able to eliminate a hot tub, make it all, 90 degrees. Yeah. But it really started, growing and scaling. And as I was kind of rounding off my senior year, we were like, let's do this. And my dad was like, okay, you're in charge. And I vividly remember graduating. I got like my office set up, and, I'm in this big office building. It's just me, and I sit down and I start working. And I just think to myself, I'm like, I have no clue what I'm doing. I've never even worked in a hotel. You know what I mean?
Well, that's what I was going to say. It's so different than running a restaurant.
Yeah.
It's incredible that you were able to take that and run with it.
Well, I mean, it really is like anything in life. You just jump right into it. You figure it out. I mean, I think, you have to have the wherewithal to be able to, determine, okay, I need to do this, I need to do that. But also, I learned how to learn both at Moravian and at Villanova. So just put a problem in front of me, I'll figure it out. I mean, like, just don't be like physics or chemistry or anything. But like, other than that, like any life problem, any business problem, with enough time, and I had time because we had 2 years to build a building. So I figured I'm going to take advantage of these 2 years and actually learn. So I got a certificate from Cornell.
Can I pause real quick? Do you stop and like reflect on yourself, just how impressive you are? At 25, I was not doing the things that you're doing, and you have a successful, incredible hotel that you're running. You have, I don't know where you're going with Cornell. Sorry to interrupt. But,
no, it's okay.
But like all the things you've done, I hope you do take time to pause and just reflect on what you've accomplished up until this point.
Well, thank you. I really appreciate that, but I mean, I just keep moving. For me, like really, I don't even say that to be, it's actually weird you said that. My girlfriend, we were on the phone right before this.
Yeah.
And she's like, do you think we need to relax a little bit? We do. We take time. I don't want to sound like I'm always working. I set strict guidelines. I go to the gym every morning. I'm very disciplined with that. When I leave, we get dinner every Friday. Me and my girlfriend, we designate that as like our day together. When I leave, I completely drop everything. I don't bring work home with me. I don't bring my laptop with me. I don't bring anything with me. I get on the video game. I still play video games with my friends. Now we're here. I play basketball twice a week. I started coaching basketball. Mm-hmm. I like being active. I was never somebody that could sit down and do nothing. Mm-hmm. But I think part of that is like I just very rarely think to myself like, "Oh, this is cool." It's just work. It's life. Like, what am I going to do? Sit around, do nothing?
Right.
Exactly.
And I have an opportunity. I've always said, like, we're in a big race, not to, oversimplify it, but I got a huge head start. Mm-hmm. You think I'm going to jog to the end? I'm running faster than the guy in the back.
I love that.
You know what I mean? Like, why would I not take advantage
of the opportunity that you have? Yeah, of course. That's so smart. And you're doing it the right way. I think how you're learning everything from everyone and then taking it and to be your own boss. I feel like that's the best way to be a boss.
Yeah. I mean, look, I'm incredibly blessed with an incredible opportunity.
Yeah.
I kind of run with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's next then, right? Like we are in such a great space for you guys. I feel like the hotel has really established itself as sort of this gem in the Poconos. Desaki, we need to explore that a little more.
But dinner, there you go.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that sounds great.
And that is obviously an established landmark here. So what's next? You obviously are not a person who's going to kind of sit back and relax, I don't think.
No. We have a conference and event center. We're pouring the foundation today as we speak.
Wow.
So that'll be 13,000 square feet. And we'll have like 4 meeting rooms, beautiful bar, 30-foot ceilings, beautiful indoor-outdoor patio area, similar to kind of the area that I showed you outside.
Yeah.
And that's going to be a wonderful addition because in the hotel industry, we had no clue this really existed, but the meetings and corporate end is so important. I mean, especially in the Poconos, you sell out on weekends. I don't even have to try. I don't have to market really. It just does itself, just by sheer demand. But, Sunday to Thursday, you got to sell those rooms.
Yeah.
So that's where the corporate side came in. And we have a small 30-person meeting room now that we were like, we got to change that. So we had some more land next to us and we said, hey, why not? We're going to, build something. It was originally going to be some townhouses from the other project that I mentioned. And we said, all right, we're going to switch that. We're going to pull those out and put a conference and event center here. So that'll be opening fourth quarter this year. Depends on who you ask. You ask my dad, it'll be open, in April. Yeah. More towards November. But we'll see. Hopefully it gets open as soon as possible. The winter hasn't helped. But that will be a great addition to the hotel. And then what I really want to do is right next door is put a spa. Small spa, nothing crazy, just to, it's our number one request. People come in, they want the spa. And the property lends itself to more of that spa.
It feels like that.
It does look like, yeah.
So we have that. And then we're doing 356 townhouses in the area behind the hotel. We have 60 acres on Sullivan Trail. We'll likely trying to work together to find some kind of cool idea, like not quite a Top Golf, but something around that realm for the area. But, a lot of different projects. You probably have, 6 or 7 different things in the pipeline. So
awesome.
I want to use the momentum and carry the momentum. And I want to take take the business and corporatize it a little bit more and keep the family roots and keep the accessibility, like you mentioned prior about. You mentioned prior about the connection that we have with the employees. I don't want that to go away. I don't want to get too big where I don't know people, I don't know their families, I don't know what's going on with their lives. But I want the company to scale in a way that we're able to tackle a lot of these problems and we're able to create new businesses and run with each of one of these things. But still keep the integrity of who we are. So that's where I want to go. And, we'll see how we get there.
And what's great, and we haven't really talked about it, is this is all Poconos based. Poconos is an incredible place. Like having grown up here, I think we take it for granted sometimes. But talk to me. You obviously are deeply tied into the Poconos.
I mean, it's my home. I've lived here my entire life. I really, truly do love it. I love the 4-season aspect. I love the people. I love the accessibility. Like last Friday, I had to run into New York City, hour and a half, Philly, if I could go down to Villanova, hour and a half. So it's nice because you kind of get that, tucked away feeling. It's not too busy. It's not too crowded, but at the same time, there's a lot of things going on. And, obviously we're in the hospitality tourism industry. So this is kind of the place to be in the Northeast. Yeah. So I really think that's what's, made the area so amazing. And, us as a business and individually, we kind of take a different approach to a lot of different development firms or companies or whatever. We specialize in one region, one area, one territory, but we kind of touch every asset class. So a lot of companies will, they only do self-storage. Well, we do self-storage. We've done drug and alcohol rehab centers. We've done restaurants, hospitality, commercial development, medical office building, residential, large scale development, small scale residential development. So like a lot of those different things, and kind of what I alluded to earlier, it allows you to wear a lot of different hats, and especially in a small community, you meet everybody. Yeah. I mean, when you're touching all those industries, this guy knows that guy and that guy knows that girl and she does this and he does that. And it makes it so much easier. And especially somebody that's grown up here I love that. Yeah. That's what makes it so amazing. Yeah. And I'm here. I want to build it up.
Yes. Yeah. And that's what we love about you and the reason I wanted to get you on here. So, I grew up in the Poconos and I grew up as a kid and I was like, oh, it's cool. It's a beautiful place. I have fun with my friends. And then I came back as an adult and it was at the Busy Awards that we were all at. And I'm looking around, I'm like, this place is incredible from, the community aspect, from the social aspect, from the business aspect. And you guys kind of sit in the middle of all of that. And so it's a unique place for you guys to be and to be part of that community.
Yeah, I think it's a great thing, and I think a lot of people, kind of like what we were trying to do with the hotel. We want people to rediscover the Poconos. We don't want them to think, oh, water parks and heart-shaped tubs or heart-shaped beds and champagne. Yeah, exactly. We want to kind of change that narrative. Mm-hmm. So Swiftwater was kind of our, flag that we could throw down to say, hey, like, here's something different. Here's something new. Here's something, creative. Mm-hmm. And I want to take that kind of mentality and inspiration and continue to run with it and bring new businesses in, bring a new feeling to the area and be able to kind of change the narrative a little bit. Don't lose the intention, because look, I live 9 minutes away from here. I don't want to, turn this thing into, I don't want to say Lehigh Valley, but like, Philadelphia or something. It's not going to happen. But what I think needs to happen is we need to modernize the area. We need to embrace industry. We need to be able to take this and say, hey, let's lean into the things we're good at. The tourism isn't going away.
Right.
How can we lean into it in a smart way that benefits our community and that allows the town to grow without losing what makes it so beautiful? Mm-hmm. So both things can exist. And I think right now, unfortunately, we run into a little headache with that. But I think from a development standpoint, I want to see trees all around us. I want to see what makes the Poconos amazing. Mm-hmm. And I want to see the community members, benefit from it.
Yeah.
So how can we bring and how can we marry all those ideas together? And I think it's certainly attainable.
Yeah. We usually pull 4 or 5 clips from these, mm-hmm. but I feel like this is going to be a 30-minute long clip. Like, you are just walking clips. It's been incredible.
Thank you.
A couple of things I want to hit, and we're like out of time. So this is awful.
I got enough time. So if you want to keep going.
Good. You're involved in so many things. From Chris Barrett is going to be here later. I know you are involved in the Pocono Mountain Visitors Bureau. Talk to me about the different things you're involved with and why.
Yeah. Well, Visitors Bureau, I was asked to join the board of the Visitors Bureau once we started construction with the Swiftwater. Obviously made a lot of sense. I've known a lot of the people, a lot of the chairman of the board, Chris, and then Bill Colvito from Great Wolf. I used to go to Great Wolf when I was, 10 years old, bring my buddies and go over there. So he's seen me
my mom used to work receptionist, and we used to go at 6 o'clock in the morning with her and sit and wait until the water park opened and sit there all day until she was done working.
Yeah. And a lot of people, especially in the area, they have those formative memories of going to these water parks. So it was a natural progression for me to kind of join that board. And, my father's not one to sit around at meetings. He doesn't like that side of it. I like that side of it. So it made sense. And it was a good kind of like, hey, why don't you go? Mm-hmm. So I joined there and that's been wonderful. I recently joined the board at NCC. So helping out there a lot with the hospitality program, working on something really cool with the Pocono campus and trying to transform that and bring in, more of the tourism hospitality side and, obviously lean into it, kind of like what we're talking about. The Salvation Army, that was one that was, near and dear to our hearts. I've always been a part of the Salvation Army, but recently joined, or not recently, a couple of years ago now, joined the board for the East Stroudsburg division. So we help there. We do a fundraiser every year, the Red Kettle Gala. We've raised over $500,000 now for the Salvation Army. So we help there. ESU, I was asked to be on the board for the hospitality program. So just, more of these avenues where I can kind of impact change and be able to get in there and meet new people and also help more people. So however I can do that, wherever I can do that, I mean, sometimes all it takes is getting on a, hour, 2-hour call every quarter.
Yeah.
But, it opens you up. It exposes you to a lot more things where you're able to go out there and you're able to, one, help the mission that you actually care about. I'm not going to join something just to join something. Right. But it also benefits, everybody else because I'm able to kind of take a new perspective on things. So especially as a young person, it's really nice because I think that I've been able to bring a lot of life to a lot of these boards that, might have been doing the same thing for a long time.
Yes. Yeah. So what did we not hit that we should have hit? What do you want a chance to talk about, whether it's Desaki or any of the things? What would you like to talk about?
I don't know. It's too open. No, I'm extremely appreciative. I think, it means a lot when people do ask me to be a part of things. And I think that, you mentioned something before about like, ever like to sit and think about it. I actually think like the opposite. I'm like, oh, you want to talk with me? Like, I got something to say. Uh-huh. And I don't mean that like, to pat myself on the back, like genuinely, like I'm like really honored. Like I like this. Like this is cool. And I'm happy that people want to talk with me and they want to hear, and I'm not blabbering on. I tend to talk too much, but, I'm really honored, and I just wanted to thank you. It means a lot.
Well, no, the thanks is to you. What you guys, your family, your entire company is doing for the area is what it needs, right? We need people who want it to be the beautiful place that it is, but be more than that too.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
So thank you for that, and thank you for coming on here, Dante.
Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely. All right. Boom.
Sweet.
That was awesome.
That was great.
That was great. That was my first time. So
where did you put the mouse?
Behind me. I don't know where to put it.
Thanks for listening to another episode of the YMI Talking podcast. If you enjoyed this and want to hear more content from amazing personalities in the Valley, please subscribe, leave a rating, and drop us a quick review.